Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. I don't want to twist over. I don't went down the Maat rabbit hole. Now I got to give y'all some Maat lessons. Y'all seem to enjoy them, so I'm going to give them to you. I got a nice one for you today. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rule live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking. Mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? Then when I get through, yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. Right thinkers, if you're a right thinker, this is the actions of a person living by Mayat you should master. These are things that you should learn, master. That's what Mayat followers do. Let's go. First one, Nuk Ridi Mayat. That means give righteousness, order, and truth to what? Humanity. Everybody. Treat everybody fair and honest across the board. Mayat is the ancient art of ethical conduct. The highest moral character you can have was practicing Maya. Righteous living, virtue, and truth. You, the aspirant, must learn and to think and act with honesty, integrity. Those two words, honesty, integrity, we don't even use them no more. That's character builders. And truthfulness. A lot of us don't have that at all, okay? But the truthfulness is to promote positive self development, you, which will translate into you becoming a reliable and responsible person and leader and a member of society. We just want to fit in. We learn how to fit in what? Promote good things and positive things in our lives across the board. Next one is, it says Nuk Ridi Ta Naheka. Nuk Ridi Mu and Ap. It means give food to the hungry. Take care of the needy. Give water to the thirsty. This is a philosophy that our ancients practiced, working to eradicate hunger and thirst in our communities. Right now in Burkina Faso, my man wants nobody homeless. He wants nobody starving or thirsty. Everybody should have the same pleasures of life, and he's putting that together for his people. And they don't like that. Moving on. They're going to tell you what they think about us. Okay? Maya, hunger prevents humanity from achieving its higher goals. Everybody got a homeless area where people just ain't got nothing and they mount up and count up there. Every town got one. What you do about it? Moving on. It keeps humanity from achieving its higher goals of what? What we know it to be peace and harmony in our communities. Damn the world. I want my hood to be comfortable for me. That's where I'm at. I ain't got nothing to do with the world. But if I'm comfortable in my hood, and my mom would tell you she is a native Nooker, she will walk Nook, she could kill. That's why she said she ain't afraid of her people. These are her people. Why should be scared of your people? Not about my mom. Okay. But it's a whole part of understanding how to live with each other. Hunger is a source of suffering. If you don't have nothing to eat, you need help. Okay? And it leads to what? Early death. For millions, no, for millions of people around the world. This is a problem for everybody, not just ours. No, it's a world problem, but we ain't taking care of it as a world. Moving on. Sharing food, sharing something like substance and drink are primary ways of showing compassion, compassion, and promoting what? Caring between human beings and society. We have to live together. We ain't figured that part out yet. Moving on. This promotes peace and it prevents conflicts. If we always at odds, we're never going to have an agreement and we're never going to be on the same page. We ain't going to vibe on the same frequency. That's what society is based on. Everybody vibing on the same frequency. We ain't come close to that yet. Our ancients lived there for thousands of years. They patterned it. They manifested it for thousands of years. We ain't come close yet. Sorry. Which one got now? Okay, here's a good one. Nuke, Reedy, Reek, and Kuman. Keeman, excuse me. It means give wise counsel to the ignorant. I'm here every day trying to do just that. That's what I do right there. That exemplifies what I do in the name of Mayat. One of the main goals of every person who live in Mayat, right, thinking philosophy, you should be to train other human beings, share, teach of what in the precepts of Mayat. I teach it every day, have been for 6 years now. And you raise what leaders who will study the ancient philosophy, not the new, the ancient, and will be able to transmit, teach it to others in society. That's what I do. That represents right thing philosophy right there. That's just what I do for you. And this will help promote the formation and the growth of what? Well informed people of the population, in the population, who will now be able to promote peace, justice, understanding, and reaching spiritual enlightenment. That's right through the philosophy in a nutshell. That's what I'm trying to do. Help those who want to help themselves. That's it. Moving on. Now let's talk about this is gonna be a nice little long one. This is the lesson right here. Give opportunity to the discouraged, the less fortunate. You want to go in the neighborhood, you want to find the people who had the less fortunate situation, and help them out of this situation with what? Knowledge of self, educating them to themselves, teaching them how to be better. Sound familiar? All right, let's talk about it. It's nuke, really, depth, in depth. It means give opportunity to the discouraged, the less fortunate. Let's go. Having become wise. If you have knowledge of self and acting with virtue, teaching the ancient Maya philosophy, and assisting others in immediate or long term need, a person living by Maya will thereby eventually assist all to become what? Stronger and help themselves. I I'm going for the people who need what I have. The people who don't care, I don't deserve deal myself with them. Why? They got their own agenda. I don't worry about that. But those who are in need of knowledge of self, those are the ones I'm going after. That's you. Every human being needs to have the opportunity to develop and discover what? Their true meaning of life so as to grow and develop to their fullest potential. Haru, the spirit that's in you, becoming conscious of who you are is the goal for all human beings. We done put that so far down the scale, we don't even know, well, what's our purpose? Why are we here? Let me help you out with that. So therefore, excuse me, therefore, justice and equal, right there. We don't treat people fair. We don't deal with equal opportunities. And these are essential human concerns for all people. Once we start getting prejudice and racist and white privilege, all that goes out the window. That's where we are right now to the day. It's been going that way for thousands of years. It ain't changed in a long time. Okay, understand that. Why? We the people haven't changed. We keep allowing the same thing to go on over and over and over. Moving on. Maat, selfless service is what right thinking philosophy is based on. Right there. It is important. It is an important aspect from chapter 33, verse 125 in the book of Coming Forth by Day. Here, you the initiate, you will state qualifications to be allowed into the inner shrine to see and become one with us all. It was the first part of the temple open for the general public. When you start moving back into the inner sanctum, you have to be what? Initiate. You gotta want to. They don't know. I don't push right thing philosophy on nobody. I just put it out there for those who choose to use it. That's it. Okay. But when you are getting in touch or teaching people how to get to what the supreme being, aka God, that's my job, is to help you find God within yourself for yourself. You the initiate, you state that what you helped those in need in various ways. This is one of the greatest and the most secure methods of purifying one's heart. How? By becoming virtuous, righteous, because it makes one humble. I'm learning that. Now I got wisdom and knowledge. That humble thing, I'm still working on that. And it affects what? Excuse me, becoming humble, it makes you humble and it also effaces. That means it takes care of your ego. Okay? Selfless service is a vast area of spiritual practice and it forms the major part of what we call the yogic path of right action, living, doing, and being right. Every human being, every human being needs to understand the profound implications of a selfless service. Doing something for somebody else and not wanting nothing in return. That's selfless. That's godly acts. And how to practice in their daily life what? A selfless service when? Daily. To make it what? Effective. And in order to attain spiritual enlightenment, social order, and harmony. These are things that we should be practicing, emulating, and passing on. Why? It's what we need to do to be better people collectively across the board. One or two people living right and 10, 12 others not. That ain't going to work. We're going to be in constant conflict. We're going to be at odds on a regular basis. Sound familiar? Household, relationships, friendships, they're all the same. Okay? And we all go through the same nonsense until what? We get wiser. First, it must be understood that according to Maya philosophy, aka right thinking, the supreme spirit, God or goddess, manifests as all creation. We see God's work and is also present what? In all human beings. Same thing that's in that is in us. That's what we've been trying to tell you for the longest. And this being so, you must now realize for yourself that you, one, is intricately acting in what? With and through the Supreme Spirit that runs through you in all actions, your speech, your thought, and since human interactions have a most profound influence on the human mind, you are the most powerful means of effecting a change within oneself. Your personality. We want to change everybody. Help him. No, 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 no. Start with you. If you make the changes, you do the things that you should be doing, people will recognize that. And they're doing two things. They want to join it and want to get part of it or leave it alone. That's it. Moving on. But you can't change nobody but you. However, If mishandled, this knowledge, they can be the most effective method of leading a human being to, you ready, psychological attachments and suffering as well. If you believe the things in this world, the material things are it wrong, a person should understand that Maya comes to him or her in the form of human beings in need. Y'all call it the Good Samaritan. People on the ground, suffering, struggling, and people walk right by. It's not in New York City. That's what we do in New York. And they don't give a damn. If it ain't them, not me, Poppy. No, not my thing. Moving on. And being a good Samaritan just means helping somebody who's in need. That's what the service tells me to do. If somebody's in need, if I can help them, I'm going to do that. Oh, you good Samaritan? No, I'm just practicing my philosophy. That's the way of life. So as to what you give the aspirin, and this gives you the aspirin, right thinking, gives you an opportunity to what? Grow spiritually through what? Practicing self-service for yourself. You get the feeling of helping somebody out, doing something for somebody. Doesn't it make you feel good? If you find pleasure in getting and receiving for doing something, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You call it doer. You do it because you're gonna get something in return. A non-doer does it and don't look for nothing in return. That's why we call it selfless service. Moving on. Now, to successfully in selfless service, to be successful in your selfless service, all it means is just to do, just to give. You, the aspirant, must be able, you ready, to supplement your ego. Egoistic people don't do nothing for nobody for nothing. That guy right there, if he did something, he wants something. What does that sound like? I was raised that way. I was taught that way. I thought that was how it was. Until I found out for myself. That's not the way I want to be. You can be that way. That's your choice. Again, life is about choices. Even if they bad, they're still yours. You made it. Live with it. And the consequences of bad actions always lead to suffering. Through developing patience, dealing with different personalities, without developing resentment or hostilities toward them for their ignorant possibilities or concepts, and not taking attacks personally. When somebody's ignorant, they're going to say, do, and be ignorant. Don't take it personal. I've learned to, okay, get it. It's not personal. So see it that way. And by developing a keen sense of understanding of what human nature, knowing how people are. I'm a people's person. I know people are different. And human needs. I know the difference between a bum and somebody playing the role. Well, how you know? The street where I come from. You can tell from the floor up. If they got nice sneakers, they're not broke. They're not poor. They're not needy. Nope. Nope. A person needy don't have footwear, don't have foot gear. Well, that's what I mean being needy. That's what being needy means. I don't have the essentials. I don't have the necessary stuff. I'm in need of just necessities in life. Those are the people you help out. Why? They're the ones that need it. Selfless service allows a human being to now discover sentiments for caring for something greater than the little me. Doing something for somebody other than your damn self. The ego, all it wants is me. That's all it's going to do. You know people like that? If you don't, look in the mirror. This leads to what? Purity of heart. How? From the gross fetters, meaning stuff that you cause yourself. If you cause yourself pain, you can also cause yourself blessings, doing good and righteous things. They will be rewarded from God, not for the person you're doing it for or to. And you get rid of your anger, you less hatred, you working on your greed, your lust. All these is qualities of the lower nature. Greed, lust, jealousy, envy. Wow, a store list of what ignorant being and people live them every day. And also, the attachment is only based on what? Blood related. Because you family, you get a pass. And other, what's that? Philly relationships that you make along the way. What? Deals. You give me this, I give you that. Most marriages, relationships are based on what? Give and take. You got that, I need that. I got this, you need that. Let's get together and yeah. So it's a marriage of convenience, a situation not of love and togetherness. No, no, no. When the intimacy leads to marriage, you ain't got a marriage. You got a union, you got a connection, you got a deal, whatever it is. But when the intimacy is gone, where's the love? That's the love. Love is sharing intimate moments. And if y'all ain't intimate, live in the same house, sleep in the same bed, and not intimate, y'all don't have a marriage. Moving on. Okay, y'all got convenience. And in order to serve in your highest order, you must serve all equally. You don't get to pick and choose without favorites. Okay? Parents, we got 5 kids. In your mind, you probably got a favorite for whatever reason, but you can't tell them he's my favorite. You can't do that. I got 6 brothers and sisters. All of them knew that I was my dad's favorite. That didn't go well for me. Why? I got all the bad negative resentment. He like you. Deal with it. As a servant of God and humanity, that's who we are, what we are, service of God to humanity, our fellow man. One's family becomes all human beings. We are all one. We are family. I got all my spiritual brothers and sisters in me. We all come from the same cloth, spirit, God. The essence of who we are the same in everybody. And nature itself. God represents all those things. So therefore, the cause of environment, well-being is also a high concern reflect in the following injunctions of the Maat philosophy. There are 2 injunctions that specifically address issues of public or selfless service to the community in which you live in through the service to nature and the preservation of nature resources. It says, I have not laid waste to the plowed land. That means people who drinking and farming, I don't mess this stuff up. You got people farming, you don't want to go there and plow, mess the land. 36 on the 22 confessions, 36 says, I have never defiled the waters. Variant, I have not held back the water from flowing in the reasons in the season. When you dam up the water, you block up the man's river stream down the river. You hurting him. Don't do that. That's what it tells you. Don't do that. Don't block the flow of the water. And you know, ancient times, peeing in the Nile was a definite no-no. Nah. If you stand there, holes in the water, the guy down there drinking it, that's not good. That's how they do it in Mexico. So they call it Mexican piss, whatever. All right, let me wrap this up for you. I hope you get the lesson. But now, I got some fluff here about Mother Teresa and why she did it. I'm not reading that because to me, it's fluff. Let's get to the good part. However, a person who lives by Maat philosophy does not pursue the betterment of the world in a sentimental manner, no, but with a deep understanding of the fact that people's ignorance of their true divine essence themselves is the root and the cause that has led them to what? Their current condition of what we know to be suffering. We catching hell right now as a people, suffering through what our ignorance and putting this clown in charge, so we can't be that smart. And therefore, simply sending money or aid will not resolve life's issues. That's not the end all be all. Human interaction where food, clothing, or funds are needed. A lot of African countries isn't just that. They got every mineral they got, but they in need of simple stuff that they got to have somebody else give to them in exchange for their goal. They're starting to get smart. No, 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 no. Our goal is valuable. We're going to keep it and use it to get the things we need from you. That's smart. They should be given, but what? In addition to these, one must undertake an effort to promote mystical spiritual wisdom, self improvement, betterment, which includes the complete practice of a religion. Muslim, Islam, Christian, to make a difference, a belief system. They want you to be part of something that's going to help you what? Get to God. Because all religions are supposed to do that. You practice a religion, you can practice a myth, you can practice rituals and mystical spiritual wisdom, and most of all, technology comforts of life, entertainments, and other conveniences should come in later. Everybody loves the computer. I don't do computer. This is how well-ordered societies is structured along Maatian and Ubuntu principles. That's taking care of your society, your community. We call it the hood. Do that in every hood. The hood will be good. Last time at the hood was good. Mystical spiritual foundation, which provides what you call basic necessities like food and shelter. We got homeless people with nothing to eat. That's a problem. We ain't doing nothing about it. We walk by them every day. We see them every day. Walk by them. Every now and then you may flip them a coin or something. But that's your little personal. I think I'm doing something. You ain't. You really ain't doing nothing. Moving on. But food and shelter should be the norm for everybody. Okay? And for its members of the community, from which all else develop of technology and entertainment, etc., will follow. Only in this way will what? Technological developments, entertainment, and other aspects of society will develop in a righteous and ethical manner. We had good intentions, never work out. We are not morally ethical people. We need ethical balance and harmonious ways of living. That way, the robbing, stealing, killing will decease. It'll take care of itself. We'll stop doing it to each other. Anybody outside force coming at us doing it, we doing it to ourselves. Wake up. This can be contrast with what? With the current predicament of most modern day societies, where what? Where the emphasis is on foremost in the development of what? Technology, entertainment, without giving much thought to what? Spiritual, ethical, moral, balance, harmony, truth, and righteousness. Where are those qualities at? Those are things that make you a better person, not no damn computer. Sorry. Consequently, there are many people, what? Currently existing in neighborhoods, communities all over the world who are what? Deprived of the basic needs and fundamentals of life, like food and shelter. We all had those in our neighborhoods. Why? Because that's what ends up. Nobody cares about them. So they end up what? On the streets, homeless, begging and hoping somebody can help them out. And every day they go out and what? A good Samaritan, somebody will help them out. But that's not a way to live. Think about it. Work with the homeless. When I walk the streets, I'm going straight to the homeless. I'm going to help them out. Try to give them some information, some knowledge that they can do better for themselves. Just feed them and clothe them. Don't help them. Educate them. Enlighten them. That's what I do for you. Hope you enjoy the lesson. Oh, I got more. I'll be right back. But I got to go right now. In closing, right thinkers, me, y'all, let it be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know that my right thinkers who start to practice my yacht and live better for themselves have passed away. When you practice my yacht, you don't die.